Once upon a time, in a land filled with giggling flowers and singing trees, lived a little dragon named Sparky. Sparky wasn't like the other dragons who breathed fire. Oh no, why can't I breathe fire like the other dragons? It's just bubbles, Sparky said sadly. Sparky sighed a bubbly sigh. He decided to visit the wise old owl, Professor Hoot, for some advice. Professor Hoot, I can't breathe fire, just bubbles. What should I do? Sparky asked, worried. Bubbles, you say? My dear Sparky, perhaps you need a different kind of fuel. Have you tried marshmallows? Professor Hoot replied wisely, with a slightly silly tone. Professor Hoot winked. Sparky looked puzzled. Sparky gathered a giant bag of marshmallows. He popped one in his mouth, took a deep breath, and poof! He breathed a giant, sticky marshmallow cloud. Wow! Marshmallow breath! That's even better than fire! Once upon a time, in a land filled with giggling flowers and bouncing trees, lived a very confused potato named Pat. Wait a minute. Why am I wearing shoes? Potatoes don't wear shoes, Pat said, confused. Pat noticed he was wearing tiny red boots. This only added to his confusion. Suddenly, a squirrel wearing a monocle popped out of a bouncing tree. Good day, Mr. Potato. Care for a spot of tea? The squirrel asked with a posh accent. Tea? But I'm a potato. We prefer dirt. Pat exclaimed, exasperated. Pat dramatically face-palmed with his little potato hand. Just then, a giant rubber chicken wearing a tutu came running by. Balk! The great watermelon race is about to begin. Balk! The chicken cried, frantic. A watermelon race? With a rubber chicken? In boots? This is the best day of my life, Pat said, excited. And so Pat the potato, forgetting all about his dirt and math, it was a dark and stormy night, or maybe just a Tuesday. Anyway, Timmy was about to learn a spooky secret. I'm hungry, Timmy whined. Timmy said, and suddenly the fridge door creaked open all by itself. A green, gooey hand reached out, holding broccoli. Eat your greens, Timmy, a goofy broccoli monster growled. Ew, broccoli, never, Timmy said, disgusted. Timmy exclaimed. The broccoli monster lunged. But then Timmy tickled the broccoli monster's leafy fingers. Ha! Stop! That tickles. I'm the tickle monster. The broccoli monster laughed, revealing its true nature. A tickle monster? That's not scary, Timmy said, relieved and amused. Timmy said, giggling, and the monster vanished in a puff of green smoke. The end. Moral of the story? Even scary monsters just want a good tickle, and maybe for you to eat your veggies. Once upon a time, in a land filled with giggling sunflowers and candy floss clouds, lived a little boy named Timmy. Timmy loved adventures, but he really loved jelly beans. One day, Timmy stumbled upon a sign that read, World's Biggest Jelly Bean Contest. His eyes widened like saucers. A jelly bean contest, this is my destiny, Timmy said, determined. But there was one tiny little problem. He had no jelly beans. Suddenly, a squirrel in a tiny tuxedo popped out from behind a tree. Sst, I hear you need jelly beans. I know a guy who knows a guy who has a whole jelly bean tree, the squirrel said mischievously. A jelly bean tree? Lead the way, Timmy exclaimed, enthusiastic. Timmy followed the squirrel through a maze of lollipop flowers and chocolate rivers. Finally, they arrived at a towering tree, its branches laden with colorful, glistening jelly beans. Wow! In the vast expanse of space, a cosmic showdown begins. Iron Man, the armored Avenger, faces Thanos, the mad Titan. Thanos, your reign of terror ends here, Iron Man declared, determined and heroic. Iron Man unleashes a barrage of repulsor rays. Insect, you dare challenge me? Thanos sneered, arrogant and powerful. Thanos swats away the energy with the Infinity Gauntlet. I've got a few new tricks up my sleeve, Iron Man said confidently, with a playful tone. Iron Man charges forward, deploying new experimental weaponry. Such futility. Your efforts are meaningless, Thanos retorted, dismissive and superior. Thanos retaliates with a blast from the Infinity Gauntlet. The very fabric of space warps around them. The battle rages on. Who will emerge victorious in this cosmic clash? In the dark heart of Gotham, chaos is brewing. Why so serious? Let's add a little dimension to our fun, the Joker said maniacally. A portal rips open, and from another world, a terrifying figure emerges. Out of my way, you overgrown clown! I have cities to terrorize, the Green Goblin shouted aggressively. Perfect, let's paint the town green, the Joker exclaimed excitedly. But Gotham has a protector. From the shadows he appears. This madness ends now, Joker, Batman declared, determined. But he's not alone. A web shooter swings into view. Looks like you guys need a hand, or, 8 legs worth of hands, Spider-Man joked lightheartedly. The battle begins. Gotham trembles as two worlds collide. You can't stop me, Spider-Man. I'm unstoppable, the Green Goblin threatened. Says the guy who gets beat by a teenager every week, Spider-Man retorted. Once upon a time, nestled in a field of sunflowers, lived a little ladybug named Dot. Oh dear, where did everyone go? Dot wondered, worried. Dot realized she was all alone. A big gust of wind must have blown her away from her family. Just then, a friendly bumblebee buzzed by. Buzz, buzz! Hello there, little ladybug. Are you lost? The bumblebee asked, friendly. Yes, I can't find my family, Dot said, feeling sad. Don't worry, little one. I know this field like the back of wing. Hop on, I'll help you find them, Buzz said, helpful. And with that, Dot climbed onto Buzz's back and they soared into the sky. From above, Dot spotted a group of ladybugs near a big, red poppy. There they are, thank you, Buzz, Dot exclaimed, grateful. Buzz, you're welcome, Dot. Always happy to help a friend, Buzz replied, happy. Dot flew down and reunited with her family. They were so happy